Hey everyone, this is Tuesday, I believe. Welcome to my channel. For all of y'all that have never been here before, my name is Beth and I am so glad that you're here. For all of y'all that have been here many times before, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. I've got a surprise. Oh, my hair. I'm still getting used to my short hair, y'all. I've got a surprise. I bought something today. And it wasn't a little thing either. It was a big thing. And I'm really excited about it. And I really wanted to share the whole process with you. But I wasn't able to. So we're going to do that. And I'll show you in just a minute what it is. But my table, not my table, my desk, the little drafting desk that I told y'all that I bought, it came in through UPS yesterday. And it's sitting there needing to be put together. And I did think about making a video of me putting it together. But I think I'd be doing a lot of poo-poo hissing. Yes, this is this shirt that Laura had made for me and sent me. And it was so funny because everywhere I went today, everybody asked me what that poo-poo hiss meant. And it was hilarious when I had to tell them all exactly why I came up with poo-poo hiss. But anyway, today's actually going to be my very first TEMU Tuesday. Only because I still haven't come up with a name for Tuesday, and I have a TEMU order, so we're going to be calling today only TEMU Tuesday. I also have a few things that I got at the Dollar Tree, and we're going to go over that. But right now I'm going to flip this around and show you the surprise. I am so happy, and it was something that we really needed. So I'm going to flip this around. See that? That's my surprise, y'all. Do you know what that is? Oh, wait. Let me span out. Okay, come on. Is it not going to let me do automatic? Yeah, I wanted an auto. Okay. Can you see it? Is the light good? Yeah, okay. There. Do you know what it is yet? I got so excited over this. We went and picked it up today. And of course this is used. It's an older car. But I am so happy about this. This is a Fiat Sport. It's a Fiat 500 Sport. It's what this is. And it is so me. Oh, I'm just in love with this car. It is a 5-speed manual. And it goes. Now, it doesn't go fast, but oh, it's so much fun to drive. Oop. That's the inside. It's got such a European flair. It's sort of retro. It's just, it fits two people very comfortably. Now the back seat, it's tight. It is. But you could get two people back there if they didn't have very long legs. This is the cargo. I don't even know why I'm showing you this, but I was excited, and I share my life with y'all, so I'm just going to show you that too. And it's pretty roomy back here, and then these will lay flat, so you've got quite a bit of area where you can put stuff in at. But I am just, I'll come over here and show you the driver's side. Is that supposed to be coming on? Does that light come on? See, I don't even know, y'all. See, it shows how many miles. Oh, it went off. Okay. But yes, and it's a 5-speed manual. This is a new thing. I've never had. Oh, wrong side. It has the phone thing. I've never had that. We have a very old car, and it's done well for us, and we have been blessed with it. But now we have a second car, and it is a wonderful thing. Debbie's going to start radiation in a week, and she will be going 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And she will be doing it for at least 2, but up to 5 weeks. And so we had to figure something out. So we got that, and it's paid for. It's a done deal, and I am so looking forward to taking trips in it. So I wanted to share it with you. Let me figure out how to get that in the wide span. There we go. I'm learning, y'all. Okay. I'm going to start with the Dollar Tree stuff first. And we're going to start with this stuff first. Ashley found these, but I got them because I'm going to make a mold out of just the two. The one with the heart and one with the star, and then Ashley's going to take the actual pieces. And then I got these. I got more of these because there's some wonderful bits and pieces you can use and make it into your own art. And that's what I like about these right here. And when I start doing these, I will show you how you use pencils to transfer onto your watercolor paper. So you can start creating your own art by using bits and pieces of like coloring books. It's actually a great way to get inspiration too. I got this. I picked this up strictly because I could relate to the struggle is real. And I like the way that it has the words, and I like the birds too. There's a lot of things that I like in here. So that is the main reason why I got this one. And then this is mediation art. And there's some things in here that I like. There's some things in here that I'm not really into. That's pretty cool. And bits and pieces of that. I really like this one right here. There's not as much in here but I really like that one. So I got more of those. And then I got 4 canvases. And the reason why I got 4 canvases, if you remember, on my last thrift video, I had found these. Oh, and it's almost perfect. Okay. Now this is the, where the sticker was. So I may have to work with that a little bit to get the sticky off. And I actually bought paper towels today, and I forgot to bring any down here. But what I'm going to be doing, and I am going to have to get that sticky stuff off, I may have to get some Goo Gone down here. Yeah, because it's just transferring over. Get some Goo Gone down here and get it off, and it will take it off. Because that alcohol, you see what it's doing? I hope I hadn't messed that up. That's sort of weird. I'm putting water on it to see. And water's not doing anything to it. I hope I didn't mess this one up. That would be bad. But I can just sort of touch it up. But it's like it's taking the paint off, so I may have messed that up. I may have to touch that up. But I am going to mount all those. I have 4 different ones. And I'm going to mount them on this. And I'm going to put Mod Podge. I actually bought more Mod Podge. And there's 4 of them. And that way they can hang them on their wall. I also got these. These were adorable. And I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to be doing with them. I may be making our own peppermint candles to go in here to help with the mosquitoes. We do not like the citronella smell. But peppermint does a good job too. So I may be doing that. But this will be a project upcoming. And I think I'm going to start doing a day where it's the Dollar Tree makeover instead of just makeover Mondays, where I specifically get it at the Dollar Tree and then I make it into something different. That may be one of my freebie Fridays that I do every so often. And then I got these 2 pieces. That was a new one. I've got a couple of these, but that is so pretty. That reminds me of watercolor, and that looks lovely in resin. And I've used this before in resin, and it works wonderfully. And then I got a cheap canvas. I have all this acrylic sitting around, so I'm gonna try my hand in acrylic painting. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that on video or off video, but I am going to do it. Since I've got my drafting table, as soon as I get it together, I can actually use it as an easel because it will raise up and it will allow me to do that. And I just thought it would be fun to try. And this is the other Mod Podge that I got. I got gloss to go on their gaming sheets though. Okay. And then I thought these would be fun to decorate. The cactuses. And I do have in my mind a way of how I want to do it, but I will share that when I did the video of doing the makeover on these Dollar Tree canvas wood pieces. And I got these because I have a bunch of these little ones that I use all the time. And I thought, oh, this would be nice to have bigger ones. I'd never seen the bigger ones before. And these are much bigger. So, for $1.25. And I just have them all up here. Up there. And then this is just packing paper, and I'm running out of mailing tape. And Jane, you won the Dremel, and I just want to say I'm so sorry. I said I was going to ship it out, and we spent all day long Monday at the doctor's with Debbie. We also had to go today part of the day, and then we ran and got the car. So it will be tomorrow, but I promise that your Dremel will be shipped out tomorrow. And then I got these because sometimes I can't find the black, and they're really good filler. So I got that. And then I love the white, the pure white sand. I use that in a lot of different things, so I went ahead and got another bag of that. And I also got these, I was excited about these. And I'm not going to tell you what my plans are for it, but just note, I do have a plan for these, and it does have something to do with resin. Okay. I'll put that over there, and those there. Okay. And then Ashley found something for Max that was for a gamer. This is a first aid kit. Yes, I need a first aid kit down here. And oh, it's so funny. Can y'all see that? It's the stitch. You can see it more, and you can actually feel the stitch now. My body is pushing it out. Yeah, they left a partial piece of the stitch in there when they took my stitches out. But I ran back and got this one because it's so me. It's like retro, you know, with the look at that, the bandages. So, you know, if I have a little mishap, which I've been known to do here and there, I have these really cool bandages. And yes, I thought it was so, but I mean, seriously, you know, yeah. All different size bandages. It was $1.25, y'all. And, you know, you could use the tin after you use the bandages. So, that is what I bought at the Dollar Tree. And we are going to get all that stuff off because now we're going to start. Oh, I also did get some more Let's Resin 10-minute cure polyurethane resin in from Amazon. I can show it to you. I've already taken it out of the box, but that's what it looks like. It came with a pair of gloves. What did I do with the gloves? Yeah, here they are. I just threw them in the drawer. It comes with a pair of gloves like that. And it is leaking a little bit around the edges, which, you know, I never had an issue until they started putting them in these black ones. And I do not like the black as well as I do the clear, because you can't really tell how much is in the bottle. And I know why they did it, because people were complaining because one bottle, I think it's, the bottle A always had more than the B. And people were getting a little fussy about that. And I think that's the reason why they decided just to put it in the black. That way people couldn't see it. I need to get a magic eraser. I pulled it out actually to bring it down here. I think it will take that right off, but I forgot to bring it down here. And that is alcohol ink right there. And I know it will take it off. I've done so well about keeping this in good shape. See, it's, if I scrubbed it, which I'm not going to do, have you noticed I say I'm not going to do something and then I end up doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do? I know, I'm real bad about that. Okay, that is it. That's all I'm doing. We're going to move on. TEMU. This was not a cheap order. I spent $112 on this originally, but I have to say this is one of the first orders that it's like every day I go back in to do price adjustments, and it's $3 here, $2 there, $4 here, $1 here. So far, the total price adjustments on this order has been like $22, which within a 2-week period is not the norm for me. I don't know, has it ever worked that way for you? I do have 2 small orders other than this. When I say small, one's got 2 items and one's got 3 items. I did this to wipe this off because this looks really dirty, and I don't know why it is dirty. I don't know what's on it. It came straight from the postman. And I have to say, the UPS man that delivered the desk yesterday, he was so nice. He brought it, me and John were standing down here, and we had the bay door open, and he backed in, and he saw us standing there, and he brought it up to the garage. He said, "Do you want me to bring it in for you?" I said, "No, I think I got it." He said, "Well, no, I don't mind bringing it in for you." And of course, I took it in. I just slid it in. It was no big deal. But it was, I thought it was so sweet that he was offering to bring it in the garage and put it wherever I wanted it to go. And I have to do a big shout out. I'm not going to remember. Doug's Auto Sales. That is where we bought the car. It was Doug's Auto Sale. And the two people that we dealt with there were Howard and Jim. And they were so nice. That they were two of the nicest car salesmen that I think I have ever run into before. It is a family-owned business. You can tell it's family-run. You don't have that, you know, I didn't have that feeling anyway. I called prior to going because I was searching for a Fiat. I thought I had one, and the guy was just not answering and doing within a week. It was just like we couldn't get a direct answer from him. So I typed in Fiat in Clarksville, and this one popped up immediately. And so I called, and I could tell right away that I wanted to go see the car. And it was just, they were sweet people. They were very sweet people. And I did tell them that I was going to show the car, and I did tell them that I was going to mention them. And he gave me a card. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can't find that card so I can show. I know there's nobody here in Clarksville, but you never know. Now I've lost the card that he gave me. Poo-poo hiss. I did. I put it somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. I'm looking. Nope. It's not in my wallet. It's not in here, so I don't know what I did with it. But it is Doug's Auto Sales. And it's in Pleasant View, Tennessee. And I wanted to do a shout out because I was very impressed with them, and I do appreciate it. And I'm very happy with the car. Okay, we're going to move on to this TEMU order. And yes, before you ever even ask, if you're sitting there and you're saying it either out loud or you're asking in your mind, I wonder if there's any silicone molds in that order? The answer is yes, there is. And there's some silicone molds that were the more expensive silicone molds in here too. Boy, these scissors are getting dull. They won't even cut a plastic bag anymore. These used to be good scissors 2 years ago when I first bought them off of TEMU. I can't believe I've been ordering from TEMU for 2 years, y'all, but it has been 2 years. Okay, here we go. First thing I pull out. Oh! Okay, this is the paintbrush. I'm excited about this. No, it's not all watercolors in here, so don't get discouraged. It's not. It's a mixture of things. But oh, I'm excited about this brush. I am. They're expensive on Amazon. And they're called a Fuji Umi Ami. No, that's not what they're called. I'm just, please no one say anything negative about that. I'm just trying to be lighthearted because I don't know how to say this correctly. I don't even know how to get it out of the package, okay? Oh, good grief. There it goes. Oh, you could use that for something, huh? Let's not throw this away. That's the crafter in me right there. You see something like this and you know not to throw it away because it can come in handy at another point. Okay, this is TEMU's. It's called Art Secret 2-layer liner. Now, this is not what they're called on Amazon, but I want you to see. And I'm sure if you watch any Facebook or YouTube shorts, you will have seen that on there. But you see that fine point? It's where you can use this if you need a heavier wash, and then you also have a liner brush in with the same brush. And I believe this is a number 12. Yes, it is. It does say 12. Now, I like the way this feels. It is not a real long brush, and I really, really like that. And so I'm going to put that right in there. I am going to keep this bubble wrap. Okay, again, I promise this is not all watercolor. It's just what I am pulling out of the bag. Just happens to be the first two pieces are associated with it. And this is a sponge, and I sort of like this because you can replace, but this sponge is made for watercolors, and it is a different type of sponge. It is wet already. It is moist. It is supposed to hold a lot of moisture, so when you're painting, and then I do this to get moisture off. That's what this is for. And then you can wash it off, and you can store it right there in this little box. So I am excited to have this. Okay, let's just do the watercolor first, and then we'll get on to all the silicone molds. I don't know what this looks like. I got this. I paid $4.94 for this book. And y'all know that I love birds. It doesn't look very thick. But this is called a watercolor workbook. And I thought this would be really cool to go over with y'all too. Of course, this is our journey together. We're learning from each other. Oh, and see, this is just such a basic shape that all of us can draw. And then it tells you how to, but you could change the color up. You don't have to use the palette that they've got, but it gives you just some kind of definition there, and that is wonderful, because what this does is the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, the better you get, and then you won't even need to look at anything like this. And that's what this is really good for. The same thing with this. This is going to be fun. I think we're going to enjoy this, and I think I'll do a bird series with this book, because I think that all of us would enjoy this. And what I will do, if you want to do this along with me, what I will do, just send me a DM or an email and tell me you want to do this along with me when I do it, and I will send you digital copies where you can print out and where you have the same one to go by, so where you have it when I do it. I will do that for you. It won't be all of them, because I won't do every one of them, but the ones that I pick to choose to do, I will send you a digital scan of that, so you can print them off, just so you have the pattern. This is sort of cool, and I'm going to put that right there. Okay, I think everything else is, I don't know what that is. Okay, look at that. Most of the stuff is mold, y'all. Wow, I got a lot more molds than I thought I did. Good gracious. Okay. I hope this is not the color wheel thing that I got. I thought it was paper. Okay, we will see. Of course, it was only $1.89, so I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? I'm not going to complain for that amount of money if it will serve the purpose. Yep, that's the color wheel. I sort of wish it was paper, so it was not. But I wanted this, and I guess I'm going to have to put this on a canvas. Let's see. Maybe I bought that canvas for another reason. Hold on a minute. I could have very well bought this for another reason, and I did not even realize it until now. No, thankfully it's not big enough. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out. I wanted y'all to be able to see this, so I'm going to have to put this on a base. If it was paper, it would not be doing this. Now, this is stronger than paper. So I probably should be happy that it isn't paper. Let's keep that positive note going. Okay. But I wanted to show this to you. Whenever we do watercolor, or if we're painting something else, or we're doing a makeover, this is really good to have to teach you and me color mixing, and it helps to know what the complementary color are to each other, and the primary colors, and what colors you can create out of the 3 primary colors. And it's really not as difficult as a lot of people make it out to be. And so I thought with this, maybe it would be an easier thing to show. But until I figure out how to get it mounted on something so where you can actually see it, it's not going to work. But I will turn it this way and keep it rolled up this way for a couple of days. And maybe, just maybe, let me get the tape back off of here. Maybe it will work better. Okay. And I think that is it for painting. I think the rest of them are molds. So let's go with the one that needs to be opened first. I don't remember getting anything this T90. Oh, we're not through with the watercolors. Okay, I should. Those are metallic watercolors. And yes, there is a place and a purpose for watercolors like that. Okay, we'll put those right over there. Now we're going to get into the molds. First one I pull out, oh yeah, this is the Steampunk Butterfly and Dragonfly. Yeah, we're going to be pouring some of these tonight. Sorry about the crinkle, y'all. Look at that. This is going to be so much fun. Oh. Look at those. Yeah, we're pouring that tonight. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Oh, this is a fun one too. This is lemons. And no, I don't have a clue what I'm going to do with this yet, but it was just too Be fun looking. I don't know how you're supposed to pour that though. Very carefully, I think. But we're going to do it to see. But boy, it's got the texture in there. My polyurethane, my 10-minute cure polyurethane came in right at the perfect time. Okay, now this right here. Now I can tell you right now, this may look similar to, and I am not going to remember the name and poo-poo his. I apologize. I ordered her mold that looked like this. I paid like $38 for her mold that has 6 of those. This is not anything near that mold, okay? It may look similar, this one, but it's not. It is not. So if you see this and you think, pouring your heart out, and I should remember her name, and I am so sorry that I don't. She does some gorgeous resin work. And she makes her own molds. This is not her mold. It looks similar, and these are a lot smaller. But it is not. So if you see this, do not think that it is. I got this to see, because on the thing, it did look like it. And I do have the original from her. And I don't know. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I would show it to you, but I think I just moved all those, and I am not sure where I put it. So no, it's not right here where I can grab it real quick. But please just trust me. This is nothing like the mold that you get from the lady that has Pouring Your Heart Out YouTube channel. It is not. So if you see that, don't order it thinking that it is, because it is not. I mean, these little hearts are cute. I just don't want you thinking it, and that's the main reason why I got it. Okay, and these, I'm disappointed. These are so much smaller than what I was expecting. And I really tried to pay attention to the sizes on this stuff. I really did. I even watched the little videos, you know, and it shows their hand and how this is a lot smaller. And this is going to be almost impossible to pour, to get. But we're going to pour it to see. I want you to be able to know. That way, you know which ones to stay away from and which ones to get if you like them. Okay, this one's going to be fun. I don't know exactly how you put it together yet, but I think it will be a fun one to do. And it's actually where you did the front. It reminds me of My Little Pony, to be quite honest. And then it's got the little behind, and I think somehow you can attach that to this, and it will stand up. We'll know tonight. Okay, this is another steampunk piece. And of course, I've got those new boxes that I got at Subway German. I got them stacked. I got them ready to go because I knew I was getting new molds in. So I have a place to put all this stuff already. That's the steampunk. That is really cool. I hope we have time to pour all. I've got a lot of molds, so I don't know. Oh, and this was really cool too. And this is called it's called the Gothic Church mold, and this has not been put together good at all. And oh, that could look so cool. And these could look really cool too. We're gonna pour as many as we can get poured tonight. Oh, I'm happy about these. I love little sun faces and little moon faces, and I don't know. I guess maybe it's because I grew up in the 70s. That was my time, 70s. And I don't know. I like those. I think they're cute. Oh, is this the dragon? Oh, yeah. You know how I made the turtle mold with a candle mold? I mean, I didn't make the turtle mold. I made the turtle candle holder. Let me see if I can find it. And if you're wanting to know how I did it, go to my playlist and look under Mix to Mold, and you should be able to find it. This was just for a candle. I put the little insert. Let me see if I can find the insert that I put in there. I think it was this one. I think it was this one that I put in it. Was that it? I think that was it. It may have been that one. But I put an insert into the mold like this. I'll show you how I did it. You got to get it level. I mean, not level, but even down in there. And it will stick. And then you pour the mix of mold, and you're going to have a hole there. And then when you flip it over, that's a dragon. And you're going to be able to put a tea light in there. You make a candle mold into a candle holder mold by being able to put an insert in. I'm almost sure it was... I'm thinking maybe it was this one. Because it didn't have a hole. Yeah, I'm almost sure it was this one. But I think the other one would work too. And these candle molds are so flexible and so easy to get your piece out of. But it's got a dragon, and I don't know if you can see that or not. But it does. Okay. Which one is this? Oh, this is another one. The same thing. This is a candle mold that I am going to put the insert in, and I am going to turn it into, it's a turtle, and I am going to put the insert in right there. Probably this way. I'll probably put it in that way. Yeah. And pour it, and that way there'll be a hole for the teacup, and that is a turtle. So and then this one, this is smaller than I thought it would be. The horseshoe. It says Horse Farm, Canyon Lake Farm. So I'm not sure about that. That's awfully thin. So I'm not sure about that one. Okay, and the last one is another steampunky. Yeah, I must have been thinking steampunk. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot of fun. I'm going to have to pick and choose what I want to pour. I do know I want to pour that. I do know that I want to pour that because I know exactly how I want it poured. I do know that I want to pour these because I want to be able to show you if they're going to pour. The same thing with that. The same thing with this. I do want to pour these so you can see that there is no it's nothing like pouring your heart out one. And I want you to be able to see that firsthand. It is not. It may have the same sort of look, but it's not even close to her original mold. I didn't mind paying the $38 for her mold for that. I paid $2 and something for this, and that's about what it's worth, and no more. Okay, I really want to do this one, but we're gonna have to see. Okay, now I'm going to use mica on that. I'm going to use mica on this. I'm going to use black polyurethane, and y'all know how I mix my polyurethane to get it black. If you don't, you'll learn tonight. So we're going to use mica on this. We're going to do black polyurethane, and then we're going to just put a dry brush technique over it to have that totally done. And then we're going to use alcohol inks in this. No, we're going to use acrylic inks, I think, on this. I don't know yet. We'll decide when. So first thing, we need to get some mica powder to start brushing that on with. So I'm looking for a yellow. And I found, that's chartreuse. Does that look like chartreuse? It looks like lemon yellow to me. Is it going to change colors? This is a colorful mica powder, is all it says. Boy, that looks like lemon yellow to me. That's what we're going to go with. We're not going to pay attention to what it says it is. And I am looking for my little brushes. My eyeshadow brushes, which for some reason I cannot find now. Here we go. Thankfully. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, this is brand new. I hope it doesn't turn chartreuse, but if it does, it does. Right now it looks like the perfect color, and that's what we're going by. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I love the way that these molds are so thick and they stick right down on this. That allows me to put some pressure and really rub without the mold moving. Okay. I'm going to bring this down so you can see. Yeah, it brings it up a little bit. So you can see it a little bit better. And what I'm going to use on this is the Let's Resin 10-minute cure polyurethane resin, which is one of my favorite resins. Now I at some point need to get back into epoxy resin because I've got a brand new half-gallon set up underneath here that I ordered from Let's Resin. Okay. And we're also going to use this because I really like it. We're going to use it in this one. I can hear Buster upstairs walking around. I can't wait to get Buster to go with me. It's small enough where he could sit in the passenger and look out and just keep me company. I think that would be so much fun. Okay. And I think I want copper. I think I want a copper on the other two suns, just for a difference. And of course on the moon it needs to be. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got a pretty copper right there. Where's that? Now they're calling it orchid. Okay. Papaya whip. It's definitely not a they're calling that a gold. Sienna. The ones that really, let's see. That's olive? Okay, that's got to be a color shift because that is definitely not olive. Okay. This is pearl white. I can use that for the moon. That part. That looks like pink to me. Okay, orchid. Okay, I can see purple. Gold? That does not. Okay. So, I'm still trying to find I was trying to find a copper. I don't think that. Yeah, what's this? Champagne gold green. Huh. Okay. Well, we have this color right here too. That's going to be stuck inside this thing now. Corn silk. Okay, I know what color that turns. I do not want that. Okay. Pale gold. Okay, we're going to use the pale gold. That gold and that white. And we're going to put this gold. Yeah, we're going to put that gold up. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the white on the moon. And if I get it on the sun, I'm going to have to wipe it off. Before I put the mica powder. And I'm trying to really tell where the moon ends here and the sun starts. Okay, so I need to get a little bit of that off. Let me see if I can do that with a wipe, or if I'm going to have to use a little sponge thing. Because I don't want the white in the sun. I think I got most of it off. Okay. And I'm just trying to get, okay. So that's got two different colors on it. So we're going to put that up. And I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah. Oh, I should have done it on the other one. That's why I had a different gold. Okay. Yeah, I'm sort of squeezing it open a little bit to make sure that I'm getting it all the way up in there. Okay. I'm going to get another. I'm trying to keep my work surface clean so I don't get stuff over where it shouldn't go. Like I'm going to have to clean that a little bit to make sure I don't have any of the gold over here. Okay. So then we're going to use this gold, which is a lot more subdued on the sun. This has not been used either. It's almost like a green gold, isn't it? I don't know if I really like that, but we're going to use it. Oh, it's prettier when you get it down. once again, I'm making sure that it's going up in these little areas. Okay, well, at least these are all a little bit different. Okay, and we are looking for the black color. That I put in and I cannot find it. Okay, I am looking for, I have a black and a brown. Oh, they're probably in here. Yes, they are. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. This is what I use to get the polyurethane resin black. And I want it black for those two. I do not want it for these. And this will be the last thing. So we're going to go ahead and pour these black and get that done. And I am going to use this because I want that control. And even though I tried the spout with a paper cup, it doesn't seem to work. So I'm going to see if it works better in this. And I hope I don't ruin it because this is one of my favorite. We're going to use this instead. If I ruin this, I won't be as disappointed. And it's got a spout on it too. So we will use this instead. And I am just making sure that there is nothing in it. And I am using my respirator. I am checking. And I've said this before, but I do check to make sure there's no spiders or anything that get up underneath that lip. And there's not, thankfully. Okay. And this may take me a minute to get this on my face, and it is going to make me sound different. And that's okay. I can't get, okay, I got it snapped. And I am getting my gloves. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and get my cups. And I'm going to go ahead and mark those. Oh, my nose is itching, y'all. Hold on a minute. Okay. So I got one that didn't work. I marked my cups, so if I have to reuse them, I know which one went in which one. Okay, now I've got a little bit left, if I can get it open. I fought with this last time, and I think I'm going to just wait. We'll use the new one. And yes, there was leakage in here. Even with the plug. Okay. That is A. Now I am putting the plug back. Okay, and I'm going to put the A inside the cup right now. Okay, that's not wanting to come off. It's a little strange. Nope, that plug is not wanting to come off there. Where's that plug stuck? This is a brand new. Okay, I can see it. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Wow. That's not going back on there. Okay, that is B. Now, I am not mixing these together yet. Because right now, I'm going to stick some of the black I guess I'm going to have to do this. It is not coming out. Okay, now it did. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that it's mixed up good before I add the bee. Okay. Oh no! Oh my! Oh my! You know how fast this stuff cures, right? I may have lost all that. Okay. Okay, let's just get it in. Okay, well we're going to use some black on this one. Oh, wow. I have made a total mess. And I was doing so good. Okay, I'm just trying to clean my mess up a little bit. Well, it's still a little wet, so it's easier to demold. Oh, don't do what I'm doing. Okay. This I'm going to just leave it alone. As long as it's all covered. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'm poking the hole, the air bubbles. Okay. I'm going to set this over here and let it just dry, and then I'll peel it all off. And now I've got to clean my mess up. Thankfully, those Watercolors Resin gloves caught the majority of it. Which is awesome, because that could have been a major mess, and it was not. So, that was a blessing. Okay. We still have to do this, and we still have to do those. I don't know if we're going to do these, because I want to do mixed mold with those. So, this may be another video right there. We do not need as much, so I'm going to throw those away. Okay. And we're going to do those. Okay. I think that would probably be enough. So let me go ahead and get the A. And there is a plug that I got to pull out. I'm going to go ahead and pour the A in. And get rid of the cup, and it fell on the floor somewhere. Which I really have to be careful about with the pets coming down here. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. There it is. Okay. I got it, and it's in the trash can. We're moving that over there. I'm going to move this over here. We're going to move that down there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pour B in the cup. And get that closed up and put that back down. There. And now we are going to figure out what colors we want to use. And I think we're going to use Pool. The only pink I got, which is a pearl, and then Bottle Green, I think, or Sublime. That's a pearl. Okay. So there's the Pool. That is the Pearl. And this is the Bottle Green. Oop. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pour the B into A. We're going to get stick. We're going to start stirring. While we're stirring this, I sprayed a little bit of alcohol. Oh, I'm just popping this all over the place. Yeah, this spout does not make a difference. Okay, let's pour one of these. Pour the middle one. Wow, okay. Uh-oh. Well, let's just pour some birds while it is still doable. I'm afraid it's gonna get that on me. Yeah, that's all it's gonna do, because it will just stop. And it had the spout on it, and it's still. Yeah, it didn't go all the way up in that one. Okay, I'm getting these rows off. I'm getting the respirator off. Ooh-wee. Over here and getting some wipies. And I think while we're waiting, I'll make sure I've got the majority of it. Up. Okay, these need to go up for right now. Along with these will be another video, y'all. They're going up in their new home, so they're protected and out of the way. Okay, I think this is probably ready to come out of there. I am going to put more gloves on just to make sure that I do not get this on my hands. And it's not totally dry. It's still sticky. Okay, good enough. Let me get some gloves on. Okay. Well, let's see what's happening here. Okay, well, let's just take one out and see what happens. I hope it comes out without breaking, because these are very delicate. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's... Let's do it that way so you can see it. Oh, that's so detailed. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's try this one. And I'm trying to be really, really careful and sort of pushing it up from the bottom. And there is some over pour. And so I'm just going in and getting that off. That's the next piece. Okay, and we're going to go with that one. Oh, these are just so detailed. Okay. And what I'm doing is if there's just a little piece, I'm not digging this into the mold. Please note that. But if there's just a little tiny piece that does not belong, I'm trying to get it off before I take the piece out. Now there is a little piece right there. And I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. Once again, I am loosening it around the edges and then pushing it up. That's got a little extra piece right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get it off. Well, it's easier to get it removed. Okay. There's that piece right there. I cannot believe how detailed in 3D these things look. Okay. Now let's go with this one right here. Again, I'm pushing it from the bottom. Okay, let's get the butterfly out. And I'm going around the edges, and where there's like little pieces, I'm sort of just pushing up from the bottom to try to make that pop out. Oh, that is stunning. Oh, the detail in this is just wild. Oh, there's a piece right there that does not belong on there. Let me get that off of there. This X-Acto knife is so dull, y'all. I purposely keep it that dull because, you know, I'm not good with sharp objects. So it takes a little bit more for me to get this removed than what it probably does for y'all, because you probably are not dealing with such a dull. Okay. Oh yeah, that's stunning. Oh, I'm going to love that mold. Oh yes, indeedy. Okay. I'm hoping this dragonfly comes out good. I'm waiting to the very last minute to get that one out, because that's the one that I'm really worried about. The little, because there's so many little tiny parts. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of overpour, but that's okay. We can work with it. You want to do it before it gets really, really hard, because this does get really, really hard. And the longer it sets, the harder to do this it will be. Right now I can still get, it's not real hard. And I'm doing it slowly because I don't want to break anything off. And you've got these little fragile leg pieces here. I'm having to be real careful with this because it still is soft, and I'm not getting every little bit. I'm just trying to get the majority of it, so when it does dry good, I can go in and get the other little tiny bits off of there without too much problem. Okay, see, that's a lot of overpour right there. I'm not going to wait till it gets totally hard to get all that off. But right now it's still pliable. Okay, cool. Once again, I'm not trying to get every tiny bit off, just enough so where when it does dry really hard, I can go back in and just get the tiniest pieces off. I have learned that is the best way to do it to keep the breakage down. Oh, but this is wonderful. I'm going to show it to you real close up in just for 1 second. And yes, I do need to still clean this up in spots, but it's really, really nice for the first one. And I love the 3D. I mean, this, see, this is not flat. I guess you could make it flat if you wanted to, but I don't know if I'd want to make it flat. I love the fact that you can curve this, you can shape it, you can make it. This mold I'm going to absolutely love. And that's a lot of pieces on that one mold. Okay, let me get this up here so we know, though, all those pieces came with that one mold. Can you even see them now? Yeah, all those pieces are from that one mold. Now this is another. Oh wow, looking at it crack. Okay, this is just like, so thin. If I used a little brush thing, it would probably work better than this thing, because there's a brush on it. And I may take it in just a minute and run the brush around it. I think this is going to be green. And when I say brush, I meant this. And as you can see, it does. That is just so fine from the overpour that you don't really need to cut it off. Oh wow, that is green. We have a green sun. I like the mold though. I do like the mold. Okay, so those colors were not accurate colors. What does this look like? Oh, this is gold. Okay, let me clean this off real quick. I have no idea what time it is. It's been a full day though. Oh wow. We had to have Debbie at the doctor's at 9:30. We left here at 8:45. We got out of there about 12:30. We came home. Dan and I left again. We got home about 5:30. And then me and Ashley and John went to the store and got home about 7. No wonder I'm a little exhausted. Okay, that's pretty. Oh, and I do like this melt. I really don't mind that color either. I'll set them all on this. That's a good display thing. And that basically is just getting the little pieces, the overpour. And that little, oh, this is the moon and the sun. I hope this turns out. This mold was only $1.98. Oh yeah, that turned out good. Okay, so that's all three of them. Oh yeah, I like that mold. Okay. I need to clean that up, but I'll do that. Okay, let's go to this one. This one's going to need a lot of cleanup. And so we need to go ahead and get those out. That is stunning. And there's that one. Let's get these out. There's that one. This one I really messed up, I think. Let's just see. Actually, not as bad as I thought. This is my least favorite one out of all of them anyway, so. And I can sand that down in a few minutes, but there's that one. This is my favorite. That is my favorite one right there. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take that out. I knew that was going to have a lot. Let me try the deburring tool. I have just found on the deburring tool, sometimes it takes more off than it should. I can control. I like the deburring tool on mixed mold. But on resin, I prefer my X-Acto knife. And I will be sanding this also. Now remember, this is not sharp, y'all, so don't freak out. Okay. That is what that looks like right now. Okay, we're going to wipe this off. I lost the top. Okay, let's go ahead and demold this. That is wonderful. That looks so real. And there's just one little piece right there. Oh, I like this mold. I knew I was going to. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I really like it. Look at that. That slice of lime. That's a really cool mold. Sorry, I see a piece. I'm trying to get it off of here before it gets rock hard, because it will be harder to get off. Okay. Oh yeah, I really, really like this. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's all you have to do right there. Oh wow. Okay, now let's try these. Goodness, that went everywhere. It is all the way over here. Okay. I wasn't planning on pouring these, but we had some extra, so we can see what it looks like. Oh, wow. Okay. That needs to come out of there. Yeah, and that's getting really hard. So, and of course you can go in and do a better job of it. It's still, there it goes. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a whittling knife. Have you ever whittled wood? I have. Yeah, I can get in. The space is better with my X-Acto knife. I took the big pieces off with the deburring tool. Maybe the other one didn't have to be cut out, but it sure did look like it. So there's that mold. 3 angels on a spear, I guess. Which could be really cute. Okay, and lastly these, and I don't think these are gonna turn out good. I think I should have used acrylic inks versus alcohol ink. Alcohol ink, for some reason, stays sticky. Acrylic ink does not do this. Okay, here we go. Let me get a alcohol wipe. That's actually quite pretty. Oh, I just dropped the whole thing on the floor. I'm making sure there are no color coming off. Now that is very pretty. And that is a really easy, I think I'm going to put that on my key ring. I think I'm going to. It's real light. Okay, yeah, these are pretty. Take alcohol wipes and clean it off, because these do, for some reason. Alcohol inks, I don't know what it is. Acrylic inks doesn't do it, but alcohol inks do. It's like they don't go all the way in, and you gotta wipe off part of it. But yeah, those are actually quite pretty. Okay, let's try that one. Oh, that's more green. I bet you Ashley would like that one. I don't know what she would do with it, though. If any of y'all have ever owned a Fiat, let me know in the comments what you thought of it, if you enjoyed it. I would love to hear from anybody who has. Those were all quite pretty, actually, and very easy to do, as you saw. And Yes, I am cleaning this out because I can. I've got all these alcohol wipes that dropped on the floor, so I need to do something with them. Okay, so let's look. I'm going to go ahead and pop all the little ones out this way because I don't think they all turned out. Okay, good enough. Okay, so let's try these and wipe them off. You can see where some of the color's coming off, so you have to do this. You don't want it coming off in your hand. So there's that one. Uh-oh. Yeah, the top of that came off, which is okay. I can still use it for a heart. Those are quite pretty. Oh, I think this one is my favorite one. So let's see how this works when I get it all wiped off. Oh no. Yep, I snapped it off. I was being too tough. Well, I can't use it for what I was going to use it for, but it won't go to waste because I can still use it as a heart in something. Because I think that's really pretty. I like the way that turned out. And I really am disappointed that I'm going to just sand that down just a little bit right there. So I lost the little thing off two of them, but then they all turned out, which is really, really cool. They all turned out very pretty. Let's put them on here, and maybe you can see them. I don't think that's going to make them show up anymore because they're really showing up. Those are actually very pretty, and even the ones, even these, those are still very pretty and still usable as hearts. Yeah, for $1.98 for that mold. I like the mold. It is not like Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out. It is not like her mold. So if you're ordering it because you think it is, you're going to be disappointed. Okay. Now, I do want to real fast, because I've got a lot of cleanup on some of these molds, and I'm not going to leave them till tomorrow, but I'll do it after the video. I did want to show you, how long are we? We're cool. We're cool. Okay. Well, I think we are anyway. Oh, well, the birds. I'm going to leave these in here. Y'all have seen these birds so many times on my channel that I'm just going to leave them in here for right now. I am going to peel. I'm just throwing this stuff on the floor right now because I know I've got to clean in here later. So if you're wondering, that's what's happening. I also need to get a shop vac. I could not believe the cost of a shop vac. That just blew me away. But I do need to get one for down here. That would make the most sense. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. I thought for sure. Oh no. I thought for sure I had silver in the rub and buff. Why did I think that, y'all? I have silver in the relief. Okay, let's try something here. I really thought I had silver though in the rub and buff. Okay, we have this. Let me try this real quick and see what happens. Okay. Now, I don't want to take my gloves off for this, okay? But I want it to be tight, so I'm trying to pull it up. So I want to see if I can do this with this or not. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't think it's going to work in the same way. But we will try it. Okay, we tried that. Let's try this. This is much better. Okay. Okay. Now I'm looking for a firm brush. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm actually going to dry brush a little bit. I'm going to take my finger and do the sides because that's easier than using the brush. I am going to have to sand this down a little bit, but that's okay. The amount that I am going to have to sand it down is so little that I don't think it's going to make that much difference. And if it does, then I'll just go back and put a little bit more. And there, you see how shiny the back is though. See, you don't even have to worry about that. And if you wanted to go in and add details, you could. But that is basically, that is actually a quite lovely piece. Just that easy. And the same thing with the crosses. You know, you could go in and you could add more color if you wanted to. But I'm just going to go in and I'm going to keep the same theme going with all this black. That's the reason why I did black, because I knew what I wanted to do. The only thing is I thought I had black rub and buff. I mean, silver rub and buff, which I don't have. But this is working, so. And I'm going to do the same thing on all of them. I'll go around the edges with my fingers because it's the easiest way to do it. And then I go in with a little bit more of it. Just like dry brushing. The black is still there. And I'll go ahead and do every one of them, but I'm not going to dry brush it to the detail, just so you can see. And this one really didn't need a whole lot. But it shows you how easy it is to do this too. Does not take a long time. And I'll set this over here so you can see it. So that is what that mold looks like with color on it. I think that's quite stunning too. Okay, now we're going to stay with the same theme. I'm going to do silver. Let's put that back because that doesn't work real well. Let's go with this one because I do have a lot of sanding on the dragonfly still around the eyes and stuff. But I just want you to see how simple it is. Now you can make it as simple or as detailed as you want, but doing it in black and then highlighting in silver, it's so steampunky with these colors. You can put this on a box, you can put this on a canvas and make your own wall art. You could put this on a light switch if you wanted to steampunk. You could put it inside resin. You could do anything you wanted to with it. But it's that simple. It's that simple. If you do it in black, it gives it the highlights, the depth that you need, and then you coat it in silver to make it look like metal. Let's go ahead and do the dragonfly. I can do the at least that way you can see the detail, because there is so much detail in these molds, and I don't think you can see it with me just doing it in black. So let's just go ahead and do this. Look at that clock in the center of, these are just cool. And it's just that fast. I mean, easy peasy. And let's go ahead. Let's just keep it going because it's so fast. And that way you can just see it all come to life. And if you wanted more color in this, which I did, that's all I did, is I added more to that. You can add as little or as a lot. That's not quite the way you should say it, but you get my meaning. And I'm just doing this really, really fast, as you can see here, just so you can see the detail of every piece. And how it just takes a little bit of silver on top of that black. And I mean, and if you wanted to, okay, say, oh, I like the, yeah, I like the silver, but I'm missing color. I want some color. Well, then you get some blue. Let's see. Where do we want color? Let's put blue on the tail. Let's just give it a little bit of blue. Then you got a pop of blue. Let's say we want a little bit of blue there. You see how easy peasy that is? You got color. And that's classy looking right there. Not too much, but a pop. And then, of course, you want the butterfly to match, okay? So let's put a hint of blue. There you go. You want a little bit of color. It's so simple to do whatever you want to do with these. And the same thing with that, okay? I got blue, but let's say you want a little bit of brown. You want to sort of give it personality. And it's still got blue. There we go. And you can shadow if you want. You know, you've got silver on there, but say you want to make it look rustic. So you add this color in certain places just to make certain areas pop. And I think you can see the change it makes. And it does. It makes a drastic change just by adding a little bit of color here and there. Not all the way over, but you see the difference? There is a big difference. And if you wanted to pop a blue, then you could put a little bit of blue right there, just to give it a little bit of, you know, it's whatever you want to do. But it doesn't have to take long. And it definitely doesn't have to be hard. And I want blue right there in the flower. I want a color right there. Just on the inside. How about that? But I don't want it on this outside. I just want it on the inside. And it just gives it a little pop. Just don't be afraid to play around with your pieces. Take what you've got on hand and see what it does with it. That needs black, but I don't have anything in black like this that I can put on it. I'm looking to see, just to make sure, but I'm almost positive I don't have black in here. Well, poo-poo. I should never say I'm almost positive, because that sure does look like black to me. Let me see. No, that's not black. Okay, I'm glad I did not use it. That is a blue. And I do want to clean this off. I don't want to ruin it. So I do want to keep my sponge on it. And I don't want it to look dirty. Okay. So we got that off. Okay, so that is not black. So I cannot do that with the lemons. But it would look so much better. Let me try this one. Let me just, if it looks bad, I'll try to get it off. If not, you know, it's just, that's how you learn. Boy, that looks black to me, and it's not going in where I want it to go in. I want it to go in down there so I can get it off. So I'm really pushing it down in with the brush. I mean, really pushing it. And then I'm hoping I can take it off, all of it off, except for where it's down in. But that is green. That was not black, that was green. So now I've got a green lemon. Look. But see, it gave it dimension. So much more than that. But it doesn't need to be green, and it did change the yellow to green. So instead of doing that, we'll try something else on this one just to show you. And I am going to take my gloves off for this, because I think I'm past the point of maybe getting it all over my hands. And yes, it is going to be watercolor. I think it's important that we learn how to use all of our tools with all of our different crafts. Okay, and I am looking for a black. But I want a little bit of brown too. Okay, and I'm going to use the dropper to get some water in. Because I want it to be a wash. I do not want it to be solid black. So, since I don't have paper towels down here, we're going to have to use this. And these are alcohol wipes. And can you see me do it? Oh, I'm glad I moved it over. Yeah. And so we're going to just put it on here and let it soak in the grooves. And I'm going to just let it set for a minute. And I'll take the same for this. And I will just put it all over. Let me get some more water. Okay. Let's see what the black and the brown looks like on this. Let me get some more. Okay. I've got the water over here. Washing out my paintbrush real quick. I really wish I had I got this. Let me just use this. Or wait a minute, let me use this. No, maybe not. There's something all over that. I don't know what's. Okay, so, whoop. That still didn't, it's not staying in there, is it? Maybe it was too wet. I'm going back with the brown. I like the look of that. I just dabbed it. I like the look of that. I like the fact that I can get, yeah, that makes it look old. And yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, still not so much, but at least it, yeah, it brings out, that's green. See the difference? But at least it highlights it. But it didn't get into all that. I need a wax is what I need. Oh wow, it worked in this though. Maybe I should just let it set for a minute, because this really worked good. It's not a whole lot, but it's just enough, you know, to give it definition. That worked out really well. I wonder why this wouldn't. Yeah, I'm determined to make this work, so. We're gonna just let it set. Okay. Should we try to paint one of these? What color should we paint? Yellow ochre was the color that I could not remember the other day, y'all. Yellow, not yellow, yellow ochre. Yeah, let me make this more runny, more like a wash. I will bring it up here so you can see it better. Now this needs to be trimmed and stuff, but I'm doing this just so you can see. And if I want to use it at some point, I can always go back and get the little points that need to come off. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. And I'm showing you watercolor because that's what I'm really into right now. You could do this with acrylic. You could do this with even oil paint if that's what you've got at your house. The results are going to be a little bit different. Watercolors are transparent, which gives the look that I love. And that's why I'm really happy to be able to use watercolors on all the stuff, which you can, and I've showed you that you could on many occasions. Now I'm going to pick a little bit of this color, because this color reminds me of, you know, close to patina. And I'm just sort of, there's enough water on here, so it sort of just runs. There's a hair, which is a lot of fun. You know, you can see it just running. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just tapping. I'm not doing any, I don't like that in the eyeball though. Okay, so I was able to get that out. And all I'm doing is tapping. And I'm going to get that off the back. And you can put more yellow on there if you want more yellow. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more yellow. And again, I'm going to do more of a wash. Then I'm going to let this dry, and it's quite pretty. It's so simple. It's just having fun with it. That's all it is. It's just having fun. I'm going to go clean my brush out again, and then we're going to do a recap, I think. Alrighty. These are all TEMU molds. And I use Let's Resin 10-minute cure polyurethane resin. It normally comes out white, like this, but I use the black colorant. I'll show it to you again. That's the black colorant that I use to get the black. And as you saw in the video, it's very easy to do that. This, I use the 10-minute cure polyurethane resin with Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. And you can get quite stunning results, and I used 3 colors on that. And you saw me, there was no rhyme or reason, I just plopped it down there. And of course I used mica powder on these to get these colored, and then I was playing around with colors on top when I took them out, and I used silver, something like Rub and Buff actually, on top of this, and then I added a little bit of blue accent to put some color in there, and these are quite stunning. And I think, oh, this is what we should have used, and yes, we're going to, just so you can see, the difference. And I am going to use a fine tip, and I am going to get one of these little, maybe a couple of these pans out here. And let's say, let's go with that one. Let's go with this one. And let's go with this one. Okay, and we're going to give it just a minute. We may not even need those. Yes, we're going to do a little bit more. Well, I do need to clean. So let me put a little bit of water in there to clean it with. How about that? And to get some water on my brush. Okay, well, you definitely pick up no, it's not staying on this. Wow. It is a little bit. Okay, you can see it a little bit. Not much though. Not much. Let's try this color. 'Cause I mean, it's really pigmented. It's not pigmented at all. It is. I'm afraid if I do that, it's really good. Let me just go over this, because I don't think, no, this is not, and I don't want to ruin it. So we're going to just stop there on this. Okay, it is not working on that for some reason, which is odd, because it's worked on everything else. So okay, this is not working on this, so it must be, it's got to do something with in fact, it's metallic, or maybe it's a different type of paint, because my hippie crafter did fine, as you saw, but this is not. It is just no, it's not. It won't stay on there. That's hippie crafter watercolor paint, and it did wonderful. It is beating up on there, so something tells me that that is not going to work, the metallic. So let's just see something. We're going to just use this right now. I just want to see what it looks like on the paper while we've got it. It's quite pretty on the paper. Yeah, it is pretty on the paper. Okay. Let me get a bigger brush out. Okay, let's go with the grain again. Oh yeah, that's quite pretty. Okay, let's go with this color. Those are the ones that are wet, which, yeah, look at it fall because there is water there. See, this is the kind of fun. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna see how of a blend we can get. Look at that. Look at it pull up. Oh, look at it pull. You see how it pulls right there? Not pulls, pulls. You see how I'm getting the color up? And watch, you see how it's pulling right there? You see how it's not? Why is it not? This is fun for me. Look, see, it's pulling right there. You see those lines? And you can actually create stuff by, I mean, you see what it's doing? I'm moving it back and forth. It's actually pulling right there. It's not blending in with this for some reason. Let me break the... Now I'll go down and pull. Yeah, now a little bit of that pink is coming down. I want that pink to come. There it goes. And sometimes you have to help it along. But see, this is the fun in playing with your watercolors. And since this, oh, sorry, y'all haven't even been seeing this, have you? Oh, poo. I hope you've seen part of it, because this is part of the fun of playing with watercolors. Now this is too harsh right here, so what I'm going to do is this right here to get that line from being so harsh. Yeah, here we go. There, it's blending in better. Okay, see, I lost the harshness. And you could do this all day long until you got what you wanted out of it. Okay, and I want more grain, so I'm going to go in with grain, and I'm going to be doing this. Okay. And you can just play with it until you see something in it. And then you can stop. I could do this all night long, and I'm going to stop. Because this is really a fun way to play with your paints and your brushes, and to try new things, and to see what it is that you really enjoy. And I wanted to show you how you could come in and pick up some of that color. Let me lift it back up so you can see. You can actually come in. Now, I'm not doing, I'm not making anything out of this. I actually don't see anything in this. Sometimes when I do this, I actually see something that starts to form, and I go with that. But I'm seeing this part is stopping me. It's like, yeah, I let that dry, and so now that is just, and then you can go back and start all over again, basically. Or you can go and you can pick it up with a towel. You can pick color up even when it's not in the brush. And this paper is not good, so I wonder what other color. Did I not have another color? Oh, what would that color be? Let's just see what some of these colors are, because some of these colors look really, really pretty. And while we're doing it, we might as well just have fun with it for just a minute. This is not going to be very long, don't worry. Let's do wet on wet. Yeah, let's just. Now this does not activate as quickly as some others. But I think the pigment is good. I'm hoping, anyway. Okay, and see how it just sort of stays in? It will pull. And the design, that just blows my mind. How now if you hold it long enough, it will go down. But you can see it's staying right in where, now watch. And let me go in with the purple. So, yeah, that is just wild. And no, I'm not trying to draw anything there either. Uh-oh. Well, at least they didn't fall out. That is a good thing. Okay. And then once again, you can pick up color if you've got too much water, which this is too much water. And I purposely put too much water down just to show you how it can run and pull. And how you can remove it. But that's quite pretty. The colors, especially the purple. The purple's really pretty. And see, I love doing stuff like this. I'm not making anything. I'm just making shapes and colors and blending it. And this is so much fun for me. And this is wet on wet. And this is purple, but it's going to be different shades depending on how much water is in there and what it's going on top and how wet your paper is where you're putting it. Yeah, let's try that color. Oh, that's a cool color too. And it looks totally different on here when you blend it with other colors, depending on how much water is on here, than it does in the palette itself. And then if you want to remove it, you clean your brush out and say you don't like that much. So you want to remove it, and then you play with what's already there. But you like that, so you're going to leave it alone. And so you got just a little bit too much right there. So you're going to pick it up, and then you can start playing with it again. So you like that, but you just don't like that above it. So you want to add just a little bit more purple. And I'm trying to get my brush back to the point, because it was not at the point. Okay, and so I go back in with a little bit more of the purple. See, there's no, you can do this for a long time, and you can change it, and you can just have fun with it. And once again, if you don't like something on there, you clean your brush, you remove it, and then you play with it again until you get it to the point where, okay, I sort of like that, and then you can stop. See, this is what's so fun about. Yeah, I will have fun playing with these little I'm just putting this in, and then I am going to take my brush, and then I'm going to start poking around. Rinse it out again. And let's poke around some more. Yeah, it's turned into something, huh? It's amazing how much fun this really is. I'm holding this up. This is not the best way to paint, y'all. But, I mean, you know, it goes to show that you can do a lot of different things. And then you just keep, I know that's way too much water, okay? But you can keep adding color on top of color on top of color to get it exactly the way that you want it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of tree that is, but it's just we know what they do now, so we're going to call it a night I could stay here and do this all night long, as I'm sure you already know about me. But I'm not. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We did several different things in this video. We had a TEMU haul. We had a Dollar Tree haul. We poured several different new molds. We did them in several different ways. We used mica powders on some. We used alcohol inks on some. We used the black colorant to turn the 10-minute cure polyurethane from white to black when it cured. And then we use something to the equivalent of rub and buff to get a really steampunky vibe. And then we also used watercolors, which works wonderfully on this piece. And then, of course, to try out the pearlescent watercolors, we did try it on here. And they're quite lovely. And I could spend so... Do I think it's a perfect... No, I don't. But it's so much fun. And it is so relaxing. And it brings me so much joy. And I'm happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. So I hope y'all will at least try it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I get it. But you don't know it's not your thing unless you do try it. I'm going to ask you to hit that thumbs up like button for me, please. I keep saying, I'm so sorry. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you've ever owned a Fiat. And if you say, and if you like, if you liked it, or maybe you know somebody who did. I'll keep you updated. I'm sure you'll be taking a lot of journeys with me in that car. So I am excited about that. And I'm excited about this. I had fun doing it all. And there's not any of them that I don't really like. I have a green lemon, which could be an unripe lemon. It's too big for a lime, y'all. I have these really pretty hearts that I'm so thankful that I'm able to tell y'all this is not like Julie's from Pouring Your Heart Out. It is not. So when you see that mold, please don't think it is, because it's not. You pay for quality. I paid $38 for that mold, and the mold is outstanding, and it's nothing like molds you get from TEMU. And I think these turned out really, really cute. I can't find anything that I did not like that I poured today. Nothing. Which is amazing. It really is. Okay. In the comments, please let me know what it was that you liked the most on the video today. Was it the TEMU haul? Was it what I showed you on the TEMU haul? Was it what I got at the Dollar Tree? Was it certain products that I got from the Dollar Tree or the TEMU haul? Was it actually pouring the items, or was it actually, after pouring the items, coloring the items? Or was it, by some miracle, me doing watercolor? Oh, I love my channel. I love spending time with y'all. I really do. I miss it. I'm hoping at some point I can get back full swing doing it with y'all. I want to thank all of you for your support. It is wonderful. I think I had the best group of people in YouTube, or on YouTube. I really do believe that. I do have to, before I forget this, a couple of days ago, I talk all the time, but I was talking more than usual that day, and and I made a comment that I didn't think anything about until I listened to the video back, and then it was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I made a comment that I was not a YouTuber, I was a human being. Well, okay, let me clarify. I have a YouTube channel, and I am a human being, and all people who have YouTube channels, I'm hoping are human beings. I don't think they allow robots or AI to have YouTube channels. So I wasn't saying that there are some YouTubers that are not humans. I was not at all. And so if anybody out there at all took it that way, please forgive me. I am so sorry. That was not my intention. And I don't know if anybody even paid attention to me when I said that. I hope they did not at that point. But if they did, I do want to humbly apologize for that, because that is not what I meant. And I would never, ever purposely be hurtful toward any human being at all, for any reason. There's already way too much hatefulness in this world, and there's just I don't have the time or the energy or the heart to do that. So I needed to address that, and yes, there is a comical end to that, because it was something that just came out of my mouth, and I really wasn't thinking how it might be perceived. So okay, with that, I am going to stop talking now. And tomorrow is Wednesday. I probably won't do a video. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing Watercolor Wednesday, aren't I? We'll see. I am hoping that I will do a Thursday thrift video on Thursday, because I'm afraid after this coming up Thursday, it's going to be at least a month or more before I'm going to be able to do that again, because as I said, Debbie starts her radiation, and I will be taking her every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, for at least 2 weeks. They said at least 2 weeks, up to 5 weeks. So if that's the case, then thrifting will be totally out for the Thursdays for right now, which is okay. You know, it is what it is. And I feel very blessed to be able to help Debbie. So I just wanted to let y'all know that that may be a possibility. I hope your day tomorrow is filled with joy and happiness. And until I get to see you again, which hopefully will be tomorrow. If not, it will be Thursday. Be safe, happy, and take a couple minutes to do something creative. It'll help your soul, I promise. Thank you. Bye-bye.